afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Carla, Portalanza, and I am a tourism destination marketer and public relations specialist from Ecuador. It is exciting to be here today to talk to you about how can we connect Latin America towards tourism development. But let us talk first why tourism matters. These are figures from the World Tourism Organization that say that tourism is responsible for 9% of the globe's GDP, also 6% of the world trade. 1 out of 11 jobs worldwide is created by this industry. Tourism is growing really fast. In 2012, we already reached 1 billion tourists traveling around the world. It is expected that we reach 2 billion before 2020. But where are these travelers going? Certainly not to our countries. Right there. Certainly not to our countries. 51% of the pie share is owned by the European continent, while the Americas is behind only with 16% of the pie. But there's opportunity. In the chart below in blue, we can see that the tendency to visit and travel to developing countries and emerging destinations is increasing. So in this scenario, Latin America has a chance, and we have the potential to do it. Our region has been naturally blessed with cultural and natural resources that make our tourism offer very unique and distinctive. We all have been tourists once or twice, and we know that it only takes one special attraction to inspire our journeys. But this is not enough. We need to turn attractions into real products. And this is how it works in the tourism system. For example, we have a beautiful attraction, let's say this beach, Tortuga Bay, that lies in a beautiful destination, the Galapagos Islands. But to make this destination enjoyable, we need to make products. So we can put a price on and make profit, and these are the airlines, the hotels, the restaurants, and so on and so forth. And with that, we make a memorable experience because we are not a tangible product. We are an intangible service. And so this transformation doesn't happen spontaneously. For this, we need ideas, we need talent, we need entrepreneurs, we need business, private and public sector working together. And that's hard to do. This is why I propose the creation of ConnecTUR. What is ConnecTUR? Well, we are the first regional accelerator for the tourism sector in Latin America. We will promote influential development projects in order to catalyze and unfold our tourism potential. Okay, what is exactly that we do? We are going to facilitate the process to get access to funds and resources for those projects to be implemented. We are going to work as the middleman, as an intermediary agent that will connect all the different stakeholders. Why do we want to do this? Because we want to promote development in a region, we want to foster entrepreneurship, we want to stimulate investment for our sector, and of course encourage cooperation and regional integration. What are the key activities we're going to have to do in order to accomplish those ambitious goals? Well, we have to focus on our project portfolio and also in nurturing relationships with key stakeholders and building networks. We are a for-profit social enterprise, and we're going to give expert consulting services from which we will take our revenue from in 4 different areas: project evaluation and improvement, lobby and representation, and placement for funding. And this last one is very important because for every project we get funded, we're going to be retributed with a fee. So at the end of the day, our organization will evaluate, advise, represent, and place tourism products and projects. So let me explain a little bit more. Let me introduce you to Capawi. Capawi is a beautiful eco-lodge located in the heart of the Ecuadorian Amazon rainforest. It is run by the local communities, and it's a very well-known project. Actually, it has won a lot of international awards. But these guys want to take it a step forward. They want to go to the next level. And for that, they need money to build new infrastructure and facilities. Where does Capawi go? What doors do they know? Do they knock? They don't really know that the IDB has a special credit line for tourism, or that the USAID also have funds that can help them, or maybe organizations and associations like Rainforest Alliance or the World Tourism Organization may be of some help. And even if they know who are they, how do they reach them? So this is how we're going to help. Not only Capawi, but there's also can be a marina project in Puerto Vallarta in Mexico, also a hacienda in El Quindío, Colombia, or a rural tourism community in the Chilean highlands. We're going to help these people. We're going to take all these ideas, and first we're going to evaluate if they have real potential. After that first assessment, our panel of experts, we also provide all the knowledge that takes to get those ideas to formal projects according to the different RFPs and logical frameworks these organizations have. Afterwards, we're going to look within our network to see whose doors we can knock, and we are going to represent our projects in order to get funding. When this process is completed in a successful way, we're going to get the funds in a large scale. The more projects we help, the more prosperous and competitive our region will become. So, long story short, we're going to connect the stakeholders with the resources, with the stakeholders with the needs. We want to go from this picture, something that doesn't look very organized, different pieces of a puzzle, to this picture. Something that we have learned here in GCL is the most valuable ideas and projects fail is because they lack of the knowledge of the complexity of the system, they lack of the proper networks and connections, and they lack of money. And this is why we want to help. Why do I believe we can be really good assistance for these projects? Because we're going to create a team of experts within the Latin American region. We're going to have Octavio in Mexico, that's an expert and pioneer in social media marketing that will help us with that. We're going to have Suli Salazar from Turismo Cartagena that will bring to the table the local perspective. We are going to have Ernesto from Buenos Aires, Dean of the Faculty of Tourism at the Universidad de Buenos Aires. We're going to have Carla, that's from Peru, and it's the actual president of the private tourism chamber in Lima. And we're going to have Luis in Ecuador, former Vice Minister of Tourism, that will bring to the table his experience in public policy. And I will work and I will bring my knowledge as former Undersecretary of Tourism Promotion and 12 years of experience in the tourism field in both public and private sector. This is not enough. We also going to look for advice to the higher level. We're going to surround with an advisory board of personalities well known in the field, such as Gloria Guevara, responsible in Mexico for a project as good as Red de Pueblos de las Américas. Oscar Rueda from Colombia, 5 years Vice Minister of Tourism, and he was responsible for the policy that allowed 30 years of extension of taxes for investment in tourism. And a Venezuelan professional named Carlos Bogeler, actually the regional director of the World Tourism Organization. I have done a first assessment of what we're going to need, and approximately it requires $200,000 for us to start. 11% will be a capital seed from those partners I just mentioned, and we're looking for investment for the rest. We have competitors, we're not alone. For example, consultancy companies locally and internationally, and as well as networks or associations within the region, but we see them as allies. We are all working towards the same goal. Actually, allies and partners, that's all we have from the national sector, from the international bodies and cooperation agencies, foundations, etc. Finally, I have a map of the world and how tourism is growing in 2013. The Americas is not doing that well. We're only above the Middle East and below Africa. This is a chance for Latin America. We can become a tourism power. I want to leave you with this final thought. Tourism is a powerful tool to overcome inequality in our societies. It is pushing forward our countries with social development and economic growth. And it is key to change the productive matrix of a region that nowadays relies on commodities. So this is why I want to help and I want to create ConnecTUR. Thank you for your time. If you have any comments, please stay in touch.